Hello everyone, I am Level the Hatsune Miku, and if you have noticed that Constance is not in the tank anymore because Constance passed away this morning, and I'm just extremely sad that she is gone. It is July 15th, and last night I took those, if you saw my previous video, I took those crappy white rocks out because they were making the tank just so foggy, and I did a water change like I normally did, clean the filter, and Constance seemed to be fine, but I put her in and I fed them and she was eating, but after a while she had the swim bladder infection again, meaning she went like belly up, and she was not doing well. She had no control of her body. She just kept floating everywhere, like she just couldn't swim, and I thought like, okay, like she's gonna be okay, like this has happened before, like I didn't think too much of it, but I was wrong, because when I woke up this morning, she was right by that rock right there, and she was upside down, and I thought like, oh, like I think she's still alive, because I turned on the light to see she was breathing, and I didn't see her gills moving, I didn't see her mouth opening and closing, and then I started to get a little worried. So I took like this, I have this like, here it is. This is what I usually use to make sure my fish, you know, it's like a clean, whatever, it's a tool. I usually just kind of like gently poke them with it to make sure like they're okay, and I poked her and she wasn't moving, and that's how I knew she passed away. And I'm very upset because, sorry if I'm crying, but she was a very special fish, and for her to, you know, find her like lifeless, like it's hard, especially like for anyone who has a pet, but even for fish. Like, I know people think that, oh, it's a fish, who cares, but they're not just fish, they're also like part of the family, and I loved Constance a lot. I got her back in 2019 when I was starting college. I got her and Pika, and I took a picture, and they were so small, like, because, you know, Pika, she passed away last year, and I remember I was so happy because they looked so cool, and Constance just looked like such a cool fish, and I gave her the name Constance because I thought it was a really neat name for a fish. And there were some times where she wasn't feeling well, and Pika, my other one, when Constance wasn't feeling well, like Constance would sometimes sit at the bottom of the tank, and Pika would literally, I'm not joking, she would literally sit at the bottom of the tank with her and nudge her to make sure that she was okay. It was so sweet. I didn't record it, but I wish I did. Those two were just inseparable, and it's really hard not seeing her in the tank because I had her for 2 years, and that's the longest I've ever had a fish live. Because my first fish, she was a randa fish, and I named it Ring. She almost lived for a year, but she died like all of my other fish. I've had a lot of fish, but Constance, I've never had a fish live for 2 years, and that's what made her so special. Also, her design was very beautiful. Like, she was doing fine. Like, last week she was like swimming and she was healthy, but those rocks made it all foggy, and I just, you know, all I did was change the water. I didn't do anything bad. All I did was just empty it so the water would look this clear, because those rocks made it so cloudy. And it was getting to the point where I couldn't even see in the tank anymore. So I thought, I'm not gonna let my fish live like this. So boy, if I would have known that she would have died because of it, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of my fault. I feel like I kind of killed her because I kind of think like, oh, like, what if I waited a little bit? Like if I had not changed the water, like, would she still be alive? And that's hard to live with. But I don't know. I don't really know how old she was, but she was not doing well. Sorry if I'm crying, I just really miss her. She was such a beautiful fish. Oh my god. Like, she was probably, and I'm sorry if this sounds rude, but she was honestly the best thing that came out of going to college. And I'm sorry if I'm not making my friends, you know, like my old friends, but friendships change, but Constance and Pika, they were like the best things I ever did in college, and I have no regret getting those two. So, yeah, Constance is gone. She's not in the tank anymore. Like, I'm sad that she didn't get to really spend enough time with, you know, these three little ones. But Ciel and Miku seem to be doing fine. They don't seem to be too bothered by it, but Tanjiro seems very upset. He's not eating. He hasn't eaten since this morning, and he really liked Constance. He would chase her around, and now that she's gone, he's just not eating, and he looks a little bit skinny now, so I'm worried. I tried, you know, I put him in like a separate little tank, but he just wouldn't eat, and I'm really worried about him now because he's not eating, and I'm starting to get worried. But he's still swimming and stuff, so that's good, but I'm worried because he's not eating. So what I'm thinking is I'm probably going to get maybe 2 more fish, and I might get one of the fish from his tank. When I got him, he had like these 2 other fish. I'm thinking of buying one of the tank mates that was with him originally, so he wouldn't feel, I don't know, just to cheer him up, because he's not eating, and he was fine like all ever since I got him, but ever since Constance died this morning, he just won't eat, and he's just been sitting at the top, and it's hard. Like, honestly, I really am sad that she's gone. She was such a beautiful fish. Oh my god, there was no other fish like her, that was for sure. She was so beautiful, and maybe it's silly for crying, but I truly love my fish, and fish are definitely like family. They are just as important as any dog or cat or lizard, reptile, whatever you have as a pet. I'll cry regardless of what it is, a fish. Like, I'm not gonna flush it down the toilet. I'm gonna give her a proper burial like all of my other fish, but it's really hard to cope that Constance is not in this tank, because 2 years is a very long time to have a fish for me, and to not see her in a tank anymore is just really weird, because I was just so used to seeing her in the tank, and now she's gone. It was very devastating when I saw that she, you know, had passed away, but it's weird because I woke up last night in the middle of the night and she was actually swimming, and I thought, oh, she's fine, but then I wake up and now I see her lifeless body over there in the corner, and what am I gonna do? All I did was change the water to make sure my fish were okay, because I didn't want them living in that foggy, awful water. But now she's dead, and I don't know, maybe she got stressed, or I swim bladder, but Constance is gone. But, you know, she's at peace, and hopefully she's with Pika, so I'll probably get 2 more fish, maybe, I don't know. I'm just very upset that she's gone. Like, I was not expecting her to, you know, pass on, because every time she got ill, she'd just snap out of it, she'd push on through, and for her to not make it this time was definitely a shock. I wasn't prepared. Hi, Miku. She's so beautiful. But at least, I still have these 3 little angels. I'm really worried about Tanjiro, but I still have these 3, so I'm happy that they're okay, but it's gonna take a lot of adjusting to get used to not seeing her in the tank, that's for sure. I really miss her. Sorry that I'm crying over a fish, but Constance was very special. But I'm glad I got, you know, lots of videos of her, so that's nice, I guess. I can always look back, but I'm gonna probably bury her this weekend or something, but yeah, I just wanted to update you guys of what happened this morning. I was gonna record this sooner, but it's just been hard because every time I want to talk about it, I cry. But yeah, that happened this morning. Constance passed away, unfortunately, and I miss her deeply. 2 years, holy cow. It's a long time for her, but she was very beautiful, very unique, and I definitely won't forget her, that's for sure. And Tanjiro, I hope I can get you a new friend that you like, because he's definitely sad that she's gone, because he really liked her. He would chase her around and he would follow her, so I feel you, Tanjiro. These two don't seem to be bothered, but that's probably because I got these two on the same day, so. But yeah, I took those rocks out, and this is what my tank looks like. It looks a lot better. Like if I do this, see, it's not cloudy anymore, but I really miss her. But yeah, sorry if I don't sound happy, but I don't know, I guess I'll get over it eventually. It might take a couple of days, but yeah, that's a little update. Constance has passed away, unfortunately, so I'm not sure what my next fish will be. Maybe it will be another fantail goldfish, I don't know, we'll see, but just wanted to update you guys. So yeah, sorry if this wasn't a very fun video, but just wanted to let you guys know that she had passed away, because I do like to film her and stuff, but she's not here anymore, and that's gonna take a lot of getting used to. But I guess it was her time to go, and everything happens for a reason. But it's gonna be really hard when I have to bury her, because that's when it's really gonna feel like, oh shit, like she's actually gone. But I'll worry about that later. Hi Miku. Hi Ciel. So yeah, that's today's video, I guess. You know, like, sorry if I'm very sad, but it's just been a very hard day, and I've been very sad all day, but I'll be okay. You know, I'll be okay. So yes, thank you for watching this video, and I'm, you know, very sad that she's gone, but I think I'll be okay. Bye for now.